there's TheJustReaper, and welcome back to another Minecraft World War II tech tutorial. Today we are doing the Finnish BT-42. I'm not even sure what to necessarily call this. It's like an assault gun, light tank thing. We're gonna call it an assault light tank just for the heck of it, because with this gun, with this turret, it's hard to think of it as a light tank, but you can't really think of it as an assault gun either. It's sort of whatever. But other than being our first Finnish tank that we're going to, or our first Finnish vehicle at all that we're adding to the family of the tank yard, built off of a BT-7 chassis, the BT-42 was a homemade turret fitted with a, if I remember correctly, it was a British field gun. I can't remember what the caliber was. It'll probably end up showing up in the description, but I can't remember right now off the top of my head because I haven't done the description yet, and it's been a while since I actually studied the BT-42. However, I built this a while ago, and I thought it's about time to build a tutorial for this, and at the same time, I just needed something small and simple that I could record quickly and, you know, just get out there. So, enough of my dragging out of this, you know, odd description. Let's just begin with the construction of the vehicle. So, to start out, we're going to need some spruce wood logs. We're going to do one here, skip to the right 3 spaces, and then do one more. Then on both ends, we're going to go back 1 space, and we're going to do another log. Then we're going to skip back 3 spaces on both sides and do one more. And that's all the major road wheels done. So then we're going to take some quartz stairs. Do 2 here with the back facing toward the front, and then reverse in front of that, back facing toward the back, then a bottom slab of stone brick, 4 of those in those spaces, and then 1 at the front on either end. In front of that, do a top slab of stone brick. On the outside of these logs, we're just going to do stone buttons, like that. Jump to the back of the suspension. We're going to take some, we're going to have to come over here and grab these, some stone brick stairs. Do one here with the backs facing toward the back of the vehicle. Behind it, do a top slab of stone brick. Then we're going to take our quartz slabs, do 3 top slabs here, and then we're going to bring it all the way up to about here, I want to say. Yep, I think that's correct. Just want to make sure everywhere is correct. Alright, so bring it up to about here, right before the tracks start going up, and then we're just going to fill in the whole bottom of the chassis. Wonderful. And then up front here we have some iron trapdoors on the top, and then with that we are done with layer 1. So now that we're done with layer 1, let's move on to layer 2. Moving into layer 2, we're going to take some stone brick stairs, do one here, back facing toward the back, reverse behind that, back facing toward the front. So now you've done that little elevation, and now it's going to drop back down and slack for the rest of the way toward the back of the trick system. But before we do the center part, we're going to do it at the rear. Same system of stairs, and then we're going to do bottom slabs of stone brick all the way up the sides on the top of the suspension setup, like that. And there's the tracks done. Next, we're going to do is we're going to take some stone quartz stairs. Do an upside down stair here, one here, and then curve it in the center. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take some, I'm going to snatch it off of here, some light gray concrete, and we're just going to fill up to about here, all the way from the very back all the way onto the last quartz slab. And then once you've reached the front, we're going to do a quartz stair here, bottom slab of quartz, bottom slab of quartz, and I think that may be it for layer 2, because there is no interior. It's kind of cramped. It would be a very cramped interior. It's very hard to make one. Tried once before. It didn't really end well. So actually with that we are done with layer 2. So now that we're done with layer 2, let's move on to layer 3. So to start with layer 3, we're going to do first, because I can see it plainly from here, we're going to take our concrete, we're going to do 3 here, we're going to bring it all the way to the back right here, and then we're just going to fill everything. We're going to take our quartz stairs, do 3 stairs right here in the back, with the backs facing toward the front of the vehicle. We're going to take our iron trapdoors, do one here, We're going to take our quartz slabs, and we're going to do one here and one here. We're going to take some quartz stairs, do one here, make sure the backs are facing toward each other. Then we're going to want some nether brick stairs, or a stair. We're going to plop it right there in the center, and that's going to be the driver's hatch. Not much changes on this side that I can see. Well, from what I'm already doing. So, slab there, slab there. We're going to do an iron trapdoor here, iron trapdoor here. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to have to break the previous layer of tracks right here. Put in some placeholders. Go into here, we're going to grab some white beds. These are going to be easy enough for you to get in survival mode if you build this in there. I'm going to do 2 beds here. Doesn't really matter how you orient them, it's just meant to give some extra dimensions and make it look like cloth and all that, you know, just extra cargo. And then we're just going to fix the tracks from the previous layer. We're going to take some white shulker boxes, going to put a placeholder right here, place one there, reverse, place one there, and the bottoms should be touching each other like that. On this side, seems to be rather similar to that. So placeholder, placeholder, box, box, break, break, box, box, done. I'm going to grab our spruce stairs and our signs. I'm going to do 2 stairs here, and then on the outside of those, just put 2 signs. And with that, I think we're done everything. It would appear so. So now that we're done with layer 2, let's move on to layer 3, and I guess, you know what, we're going to move into our final layers of layers 3, 4, and 5 after this. Let's just get that all out of the way because we're already on a roll. So, daylight sensors. I'm going to start with those, put 3 here on the back, and we're going to turn them all to that blue tint, given you're actually using vanilla texture. Behind those, we're going to do a single brown, well, 2 brown carpets, just none in the center. That's going to make it look like the exhaust ports. We're going to take some white carpet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. We're going to need a stone pressure plate right there. We're going to take some light gray concrete. We're going to do 6 blocks here, and I guess we'll do 6 more on top. We're going to take our polished andesite, do 2 blocks here. We're going to take some cobblestone wall, 2 here, 2 over here. Fix those. We're going to get some standard trapdoors, wooden trapdoors. Do 2 here, close them. 2 on the other side as well, close them. We're going to, actually I think we can put 1 more concrete block right there. We're going to take our quartz stairs, 1 here, 1 here, here, and then 1 upside down right off the front of the concrete block. In front of that, do a top slab of quartz. On top of these, do 2 daylight sensors. Don't tint them, they don't have to be tinted. On the front of the quartz slab, do a top-placed iron trapdoor. On top of that iron trapdoor, we are going to take a nether brick slab, throw that right there. We're going to then go and grab some light gray banners. 2 here, 1 on the front, 1 on the front, and then 2 over here. We actually can take our white carpet, I didn't notice this. Put a carpet here, put a carpet here. We're going to put carpets all around like this. We're going to put a stone button here and here. And then we're going to put a iron trapdoor right there. And I think we're done with everything for the BT-42. And yes, that would appear so. So, it was a simple tutorial, no interior, but most of you probably know the BT-42. I mean, you've probably seen it in a meme, or you've seen it in some form or fashion in the past, but the BT-42 wasn't a very effective design on the part of the finish, but you gotta give them points for trying, I guess. They tried, so that's, in the end, what matters. And actually, in some cases it did work, but it was not very good, per se, for not falling over, because it was rather top-heavy, because when you have a slim chassis like this, I mean, though it's long, you know, slim chassis relative to the turret and its weight with the gun inside, and how big the turret itself was, it could get rather prone to falling over. I mean, had the finish maybe tried to I don't know, maybe extend the tracks out to the sides, maybe? Like, just try to widen the tracks. Maybe you could have prevented it a little bit more. But, the Finnish were really kind of desperate, per se, to get something that could combat the Soviets, and whatever they were engaging them with during the Winter War. But, that's all I really have to say for the BT-42. Aside from being our first Finnish tank, I hope you have all enjoyed the tutorial. Always working, always adding new nations to the tank yard. You probably see a few flags back there that you probably can't make out from here. But, always adding new things, always building new tanks, always reading your comments, always building whatever you request. Even if the request is like from a year ago, I still see it and it's still coming. It's never lose faith. I see the requests and I do build them eventually, and I do get the tutorials out, but it's also a matter of, on my end, having a quiet enough atmosphere to be able to record enough videos, or to be able to record a video at all, which is why sometimes doing these tinier builds, like the BT-42, or prior to this, you've probably seen the Rogo, Japanese little landship heavy tank thing. Building small stuff is just generally easier for me because it's easier applied to my household and how loud my household can get. So I do try my best, guys, here to get out what I can, when I can, the best I can. I just rely on you guys being faithful and, you know, rely on trying to bring more people in. But enough of enough of me. I hope you've all enjoyed this. If you have anything you'd like to see, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to build your vehicle, and it will see the light of day eventually. If you would like to stay up to date on my video uploads, if YouTube is not going to help me out on that end, feel free to join the Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description, as well as, if you would like, go follow me on Twitter. No one does. But I upload, and also on Facebook, I upload the videos to all 3 of those locations. And just if you want to stay updated with the vehicle, if you want to, you know, be sure that you're seeing the vehicle, seeing the tutorial, go check me out. But enough of that. God bless, roll out, and goodbye.